The start to a good art journal is a good art journal cover. Now this has to be done using firm material, as the cover should be the hardest part of your journal. Why? This aids the support of both the writing surface and the carrying item. Now, the fine art of recycling is always the best art to use to create fantastic covers. Now, we simply need to start with finding any packaging item or cardboard that has a firm enough surface that we can use. It doesn't have to be the thick cardboard boxes, but any hard card will be perfect. So a cornflakes box or a simple packaging box is quite sufficient. In this case, I used a recycled package box for my cricket machine. Now, the first thing in creating a good cover is getting the right size. Now, the size of your cover depends on the pages or papers you'll be using. Now, what I'll be doing is using the actual size of the box. First thing we'll need to do is find the straight edges or the creases that this box had. And I will simply use my ruler and my stencil knife or my scissors to cut these rectangles or squares off. Now, many times when using discarded materials or recycled materials, they may not all be perfect. You might have areas with some flaws or tears or rips. Well, I guess it all depends on how you open the package, right? Now, if you have a tear or rip on your box, there's a simple repair method. All you have to do is use another sheet of paper, whether thick or a simply thin sheet, and you'll cover this rip so that it can be repaired to have an almost seamless join. Once we ensure that our pieces are the same size, so that the front and the back of our journal will be exactly the same, what we're going to be needing now are the materials that we're going to use to wrap or cover these. Now, in this case, I'll be using an old dress shirt, a striped one, and also a t-shirt. This is just been done to show you how both materials can be used, whether cotton or linen. They are quite perfect. Now, the first thing we need to do is to ensure that the material we're using can cover our cardboard. So we'll place them flat on a hard surface and ensure that there's equal space around the cardboard. Once we have that, we use our ruler, and we want to ensure that we have an equal measurement. Once we have done that outline, all we need to do is to apply glue to the cardboard, and we will place it flat on our fabric. Once that is done, we will simply turn everything over and press the fabric on the surface of the cardboard to ensure that there are no creases or ripples on the fabric, so we have a nice smooth surface. Once this is done, all we will need to do is cut a small corner of our fabric. Now, when we're doing this, we cut on each side, going straight up the line till it reaches the cardboard, till we have 4 sections cut out. These spaces helps to create a simple fold or a flap, that when we attach this or fold it over, we'll have a seamless joint. Once we apply the glue to the bottom part of the cardboard, we simply fold the fabric over, so that everything will be seamed. Now, of course, it's fabric, so you're going to have some threads or things at the end of each corner. Simple solution, just cut them off. Using your scissors, you can simply trim any extra fabric or thread that's at the end. Now, it's not all finished as yet, because we used stick glue. Sometimes the adhesive is not as strong as we need it to be. A simple correction for this is using a small piece of tape. It can be paper tape, electrical tape, any tape, as long as the sides are taped down. Taping these folds down keeps them in place, so that there'll be no chance of them unraveling. Once that is done, we simply apply glue to the entire surface. Once we have this, we simply use a selected piece of cartridge paper, any color of our choice, the color for the inside of our cover, and we simply glue this down. And when gluing, it is always best to smooth out that paper to ensure that every area is covered. There are no ripples or creases in it. Now, when it comes to using t-shirts, fabrics that have a lot of cotton in it, is not as easy or straight as our dress shirts materials will be. Now, many times when we use cotton, or when you cut your cotton shirt, you will realize that the ends are not as straight as they were when you use a dress shirt material. Simple solution for this: ironing. This helps to smooth out the fibers in your fabric and will give you a nice straight edge. Now, because of this, it's always good never to cut exactly on the line. This allows you to correct or keep the shape just the same. Now, depending on your fabric, you'll realize that the decorative part of your cover can be seen through your material. Now, we don't want that. In order to prevent the cardboard or the decorative part of your cardboard to show, you simply glue a piece of paper over it, or you will turn the blank side of your cardboard so that that will take the cover. This means whatever was on your material will be the design that you want. After this is done, we will repeat the same process. Apply glue to the cardboard, glue it on your fabric, turn over, and we continue. Just as we did with the dress shirt material. Now, we realize that the results are the same. Simple, easy, and quickly done. These are just some ways we can use to decorate our journal covers. It doesn't have to be fabric, however. We can use any material we desire, any style we'd want to create. Just take a look at some of the things students did. And any of these could be a nice start.
Also, no limitation to binding techniques, as many binding methods can be used, but we will go into more of that in the next video. This was Art with Mr. P. For questions, comments, or any help you need with artwork, just visit us at Holland Inc. on Facebook. We'll be happy to aid you in any way we can. Thanks for watching. Have an art day.